On July 4th, 1776, the Second Continental Congress declared independence. Not all Americans agreed that this was the right thing to do. Many felt that Britain should rule the colonies. Others believed that America should be independent. As the Revolutionary War began, people had to decide whether to support Britain, America, or neither side. Almost half of all Americans in the colonies were patriots. A patriot is someone who wants independence for the colonies. About 1/5 of Americans were loyalists. A loyalist is someone who was still loyal to the king. Many loyalists disagreed with how King George III governed the colonies, but still wanted America to be part of Britain. The rest of the colonists were neutral. To be neutral means not to take sides. Loyalists had different reasons for supporting Britain. Most Americans who worked for the British government were loyalists because they would lose their jobs if the Patriots won the war. Many wealthy merchants feared that war would hurt their businesses, so they supported Britain. Other loyalists simply believed that the British cause was right. Some enslaved African Americans became loyalists. They were offered freedom if they helped the British. A few fought in the British Army, and others built forts or drove carts. More American Indians agreed to help the British than to help the Patriots. The Cherokee hoped that the British would win the war and stop settlers or colonists from taking the land. Although the Mohawk helped the British, most American Indians stayed neutral during the war, and 2 fought for the Patriots. Patriots found many ways to support the war. Some joined the Continental Army. Patriots who did not fight helped in other ways. Congress had trouble raising money during the war, so a Philadelphia banker lent his own money and helped the United States get loans. Many African Americans were also patriots. Some enslaved African Americans were offered freedom if they became a patriot soldier. About 5,000 African Americans fought in the Continental Army, and another 2,500 served in the Navy. Some women patriots worked as spies and messengers. Many women, including General Washington's wife, followed their husbands who were in the Army. Each winter during the 8 years of the war, Martha Washington stayed at the general's camp. She did all she could to help the soldiers. Some women cooked at camp or brought water to soldiers on the battlefield. They were nicknamed Molly Pitcher because of the pitchers of water they carried. A few of these women fought when their husbands were hurt or killed. One Molly Pitcher, Mary Ludwig Hayes, was honored by General Washington for fighting in her husband's place after he was injured. The War for Independence created many problems for Americans. When the British and American armies met in battle, people who lived nearby had to leave their homes. Both armies destroyed houses and robbed farms. Everyone was affected, whether a patriot, a loyalist, or neutral. During the war, the prices of food, clothing, and supplies increased. Inflation caused hardship in the colonies. A rise in the prices of goods is called inflation. Higher prices made it difficult for people to buy the goods they needed. Some merchants and farmers would not sell their goods. They waited for prices to go higher so they could sell their goods for more money. This practice is called profiteering. Holding back goods lowered supplies of necessary items, which hurt people and made it difficult to feed and supply the army. Congress made it illegal to hold on to goods. Life was hard because of the problems caused by war, but many Americans still wanted independence.